Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how I made this cute little stitch ornament. And what I have here is a little ornament, wood ornament from Michael's that I got in a pack of about 50, I think it was, online several years ago. And they're about 2.5 inches around. And I have my homemade Mod Podge, which if you haven't made your own, it is 2 cups of school glue or all-purpose glue from Elmer's and a half a cup of water. And I'm just putting it on the back of my graphic that I printed on regular copy paper on an inkjet printer, and I did not spray it with any sealer or anything like that. So I'm just taking my finger and making sure I get the Mod Podge all over the back of my graphic. And then I'm going to lay it down on my wood ornament. Now the graphic itself is 2¼ inches around. Well, circumference, I think is what you call it. So I did download it to Cricut Design Space, and I measured it out to 2¼ inches. And then I did a cut. I sliced it with a round, and then I did a print and cut. And now I'm just drying it with my heat gun, which keeps throwing my ornament all over my table there. Finally got it done though. I was just rubbing my finger over it to make sure it was dry, and it was. Now I'm going to put my gloves on because I'm going to use UV resin. This is the hard type. It's 250 grams in this bottle, and I get a 4-pack of these off of Amazon. And I'm just going to go around the ornament on top, making sure that I get enough resin on there that I'll be able to cover the whole ornament. So I'm just going to take my craft stick, and this is where I make sure my UV resin is all over the top of my ornament. And I'll also make sure that it's on that little loop on the top there where you're going to put your hanger to put it on the tree. Make sure that it's spread out to the edges of my ornament. I was having a little bit of issues there with my UV resin wanting to stick on my craft stick, and I couldn't really hang on to the ornament because the UV resin was on there, and I didn't want to get it all over my gloves, which I know that's why you wear gloves, but I still didn't want to do that. So yeah, I was having a little bit of issues. I don't normally have issues with this, but I think because I already made some of these ornaments right before I made this one, that maybe I just had some sticky residue from the UV resin on my craft stick. But I didn't have any problems with any of the others. So, of course, you know, the one that I want to do for a video, you know, I have to have issues with. I think that's how it goes for everybody. Once I get it all spread around my ornament, I'm going to take this lighter, and it's one of those that has the shorter end to it. And I get those in a 4-package off of Amazon. Now I'm just going to put this under my UV light, which is from Let's Resin, for 2 minutes. And I also got that from Amazon. Yes, I do a lot of Amazon shopping. I do. And look at that. You could stop here, but I'm going to continue on. First of all, I'm going to put my hanger on there, and it's just a piece of grosgrain ribbon that is red with a gold, down the middle of it. And I'm just going to put it through the loop on my wood ornament, and then I'm going to bring the 2 ends together and tie them in a knot. Now, I got this Snow Tex from Hobby Lobby. It was $4.29 from Deco Art. And I'm going to put this around there. Now, today is the first day that I've ever used this. Now, like I said, I made a total, well, this is the 6th ornament. So I made 5 other ornaments before this one. And I was just using my craft stick to put the snow tech on my ornament. And I've seen other crafters do it, and they use a little paintbrush. And, you know, like I said, this was my first time using this stuff, and I really didn't know what to expect. So I think the next time I use it, I am going to try it with a paintbrush, just a little paintbrush. And it actually does dry pretty quickly, I have to say. Probably 20 minutes or so. So I'm just going around, I'm kind of patting it. And then I'll scrape off whatever's left on my stick. If I don't get it all off, see right there, I just did that. And then I just pat it. But I'm wondering how it would work if I used, like I said, the paintbrush. But I do like this stuff, I really do. And let me tell you, it is a whole lot cheaper at Hobby Lobby than it is on Amazon. I mean, it's double the price on Amazon. I was shocked. I know other crafters has said that it's cheaper at Hobby Lobby, but I had no idea it was double the price at Amazon. And some of it is even quadruple the price, which was ridiculous. This is 4 ounces, I believe. And I did see a package of it on Amazon for $12, and it was only 2 ounces. I was amazed, because that's not usually the case. So if you buy it, get it at Hobby Lobby. It is over there where the acrylic paints are, at least in my store. They only had, well, no, they had quite a bit of it. But I really do like it. I had never heard of this stuff before until I started watching some crafters use it. And I'm like, Snow Tex? What is that? But it is pretty cool. From Deco Art. I like it. Let me know in the comments, have you ever used it? And how do you apply it when you use it? Do you use a brush? Do you use a craft stick like I did? Do you use your finger? I mean, what do you use? Let me know in the comments. And believe it or not, I am actually making these ornaments for my son-in-law. My granddaughter and my daughter both told me that he likes Stitch. So I thought, okay, let's do some Stitch ornaments for him. Now, I did get my graphic off of a Facebook group, a page. If you go to any of the Facebook groups, and there's a bunch of them out there that have free graphics or SVGs or, you know, whatever. That's where I got these graphics. But isn't he cute there? And I mean, I have watched the movie with Stitch in it, but, you know, he wasn't my favorite character. But here it is, and there's close up. Look at that. He's riding a little train, I guess, around the Christmas tree. So cute. I hope my son-in-law likes it. Again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so. And I usually put out 3 videos and 4 shorts each week.